Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter.
Crunch time, defense.
Undercrunch, undercrunch.
Okay. Check, 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 check. Hey, motion, motion, I got one. Come on.
Check 59, Mike. Mike, go.
On play action, Kaiser. Well, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Here's A.J. Cole now. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And the Rams getting set to go now. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Bortles. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know.
And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Kaiser. That one's complete to Tomlinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Kaiser now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. On first down, Richard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check me out, check me out. Where you at, where you at, where you at? Who's that, who's that? Is that yours, is that yours? Who's that? 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. You don't know no better.
From the gun, Kaiser. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
3 down, 3 down. No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. What's the curl? Hey, Mike 52. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Bortles. Rolling to his right. And an alley to run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Bortles now to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This one of 3 games on this Saturday night to wrap up this first week of the 2019 preseason.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
And two stop.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Richard. He'll have a first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Kaiser, flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dwayne Harris there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. 30 base. 25 to Mike. Watch QB's up. Watch QB's up.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Kaiser. Here's a short little toss to Carrier. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
43 is the next set.
To throw, Kaiser dancing to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Raiders on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Check. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Jim.
From the gun, Kaiser, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Bortles. They'll roll him out right.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Bortles now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Bortles to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Bortles going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I, when we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 37, check 37.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kaiser. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be.
Game, you're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Bortles and the Rams now. Down by 2 touchdowns. 70 seconds remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Bortles. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Bortles now on 1st down. And Thomas has it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Down to 7 seconds now. 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Bortles. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL. The players on your team, quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I ain't gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad presto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more presto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin, but he stretch a disc, man. So I'm talking a few 100,000. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Start your week by installing your game plan. 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 Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on E.
Coach, it is likely the final preseason in this storied building as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Oakland, California. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Start your week by installing your game plan. 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 Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Start your week by installing your game plan. 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 Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and our home team. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and our home team. I'm Brandon Godden. As always, by my side is Charles Davis. So the final tune-up for the regular season, and probably not going to really see much starter.
Much in the way of starters, key veterans, key backups, but the guys who have to make the team, struggling for those few spots that are open, we'll see them the entire time. But you and I both know this as well. There will be a surprise cut or two from guys who didn't actually play in this game tonight thinking that they were safe.
Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Down. 180. 44.
Cut.
Who's right team?
Sit down. Check.
On first down, Carr escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Watch the ship. Express. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it's Tate. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Albert away and bring up 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing, Jones. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Here's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Carr now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Carr finds Williams, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Steps away to his left, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 22, Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
Hey, Alpha! Mike Fofo!
On 3rd down, Carr. Got a man, it's 8 men complete. And able to... We're scoreless after one.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, high 7. Get it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcel 8. There to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we have the scoreless first. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Giants have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back.